This way. Scoot back a little. Scoot back. You got it. Bend down a little. Pretty fast.
Hey everyone, this is Tiffany.
It's Issa.
And I'm also Tiffany.
And this is the last Tiffany.
And this is TITT Talks, a podcast for modern women living in a mama world.
We are back for another in-person TITT Talks episode. Hey ladies.
Hi.
If you know us, you know our friendship is integral to our survival as women and as mothers. Friendships are important in life. They give you encouragement and support, boost your self-esteem, keep you active, and are overall positive influence. So today we are going to play a little truth or dare and have a little fun and dig a little deeper. Girls just want to have fun, and that's what this episode is about. So before we do that, we need to celebrate just yesterday. It was announced that we have President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. So in honor of that, we are gonna celebrate. She's gonna pop that champagne, and we're gonna do a little toast. We're gonna play a little music and get a little.
Right? Oh, more important. Thank you. Thank you, babe.
And we got Teacher with her wine glass.
Celebrating with us.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
See, usually I would be very concerned with this, but I'm so happy that I'm just going to be sticky.
Thank you.
And we also have Joe today.
And we have to give it up for Guildford Green.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for the kava.
Cheers, it's going to be delicious. Cheers, girls.
Cheers.
So, not Trump.
Yes.
And to all those glass ceilings broken.
Mm-hmm.
Shattered.
Oh, man.
Shattered.
This is so good.
Yeah.
Ooh, damn.
Thank you, Guildford Green.
Okay.
Okay, back to business. Girl talk.
Not the biggest business. But also a part of our episode, and I'll have Teacha explain what she's eating. We're doing a mukbang. Is that how you say it?
Yes, I think so.
And we looked up what it means. It literally means food and broadcasting, and that's exactly what we're doing for you today. We have Wanderlust, and we have ice creams from all over the world, from the Philippines, from Thailand. We have elote, El Salvador.
Yeah.
So we are going to be tasting it all for you while we go through some truth or dare. And Teacha, what are you doing?
Oh my goodness. So in addition to the celebratory wine, we've got some popcorn chicken. We've got some fried fish balls.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Boba. So all sorts of good stuff here.
I love it.
She has all my favorites.
Yes.
all of our favorites. So yeah, we did our pouring of our champagne. We're celebrating today. Kamala Harris, mostly for me at least. And right now we'll get into the fun part. So basically we have a jar of happiness. Happiness starts here. And these have our names in them. And so we're gonna be picking out our names, and then I have a bunch of questions that we're gonna just dive through. A couple dares pushed into there too. So we're just gonna have a little bit of fun. So have fun with us, get to know us more. It's crazy for season 1. We didn't know we can get to, learn more about each other after 17 years of friendship. And friendships have their ebbs and flows, and I think this will just bring us even closer together.
This is going to be fun.
Yes. Also, I just want to say, you're the best person to host.
No.
Issa's always the one that's up for a prank or up for
yes.
asking the hypothetical questions.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
I'm deep in the what ifs and the hypotheticals, and I love pranking too. I love pranking our husbands.
Yeah, that is very glam.
That should be a different episode.
Oh, that's a
what
good
can
one.
we do to prank our husbands?
Dave would appreciate that.
So I picked a name, and the name is Teacha. She's going first. And so I am going to ask the deep questions. No, some of them are really light. Some of them can be deep.
I have anxiety too. Why?
So this is a weird question, and I did get these questions from, I believe it's a Vogue inspired 33 questions. I forget how 70 questions, 72 questions. I forget how many questions they do. So these were not written by me, okay? So they're completely random order, and we're just going line by line. So you are on death row, Teacha, and you're allowed to pick one main dish, one dessert, and one drink before you die. What do you choose?
Gosh! Oh my gosh! I feel like I should have prepared for this all of my life. One main dish, one dessert, and one beverage. Oh my gosh! Okay, my main.
I just want to say I think I know what you're gonna pick, but I'll let you know if I'm right after you answer.
Okay, Chuk, I think you have it too. It's probably barbecue pork.
From the food episode.
From Sam Barbecue.
When Teacha was working in Irvine and I was working in Irvine, we actually met up for lunch at Sam. Like, you know, we could go to North Italia, we could go to some like fancy place, like the Capitol Grill or something. But like, no, we both wanted Sam Wu.
I love it.
And yeah, well, look at the salt.
Salt and pepper squid.
Black bean fish fillet.
Oh,
She was like, barbecue pork over rice. I was right. I like being right.
Oh my god. It is such like a poor man's street food, but it's like, oh, it's so good. And only Sam Wu does it right. Like I won't get it from anywhere else. So
Just like the black bean fish fillet.
yeah.
Okay.
And your dessert and your drink.
Oh, okay. My drink would probably be like a bullet bourbon, just like straight. And for dessert, probably this raisin twist from Kiwa Bakery. That's also I freaking love that. So it's a raisin twist from Kiwa Bakery and nowhere else. Toasted in the oven on level 3. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Nice. What's level 3?
On a toaster, I think.
Oh. Yum.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Wait, what was your drink? Did I miss the
Bourbon.
drink? Oh, bourbon, yeah. That would definitely ease the death.
Yeah. I love it.
I still don't know how I feel about your dessert. I'm sorry. Anything with raisins.
Judge.
I'm gonna judge focus.
Okay, so
I do trust your tasty food, so this is just something I have to
You
try.
need to try it.
I need to be a
specifically
bit-
on level 3. Toast.
So while we're all contemplating how great that meal was, or not so great in your eyes, let's take a bite of an ice cream. It
Yes,
can be different, and let's see you, Teacha, take a bite of your amazing food.
What is this green one?
Okay, try it first, and then I'll tell you what it is.
Pistachio-y?
Is it pandan?
No.
Okay.
I don't actually know what it is. It kind of tastes sherbety.
I'm gonna go with this.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Key lime? No.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
You'll be surprised. Okay, what Teacha just tried is green, and so she guessed
Tilo.
Tilo. Green, and she guessed sherbety, but also pistachio-y. Right? It is wasabi apple sorbet.
What?
Whoa.
Oh, I don't even taste any wasabi. It's very good.
I actually don't know what I tried.
Which one did you try? This one. Okay. That looks
I don't know.
caramel coffee.
It tastes, there was like some fruit in it, so I think it might be this one from Armenia that's called Chorek Apricot Jam.
Oh.
And I think so. Sweet brioche ice cream spiced with
That's-
malib.
What'd
And
you
I'm
get?
ready.
That's what that looks like. So I have this one. It looks like it could be vanilla or coconut. I think it's like it has like a jasmine.
Oh yes, that one, Choop, is I have it here. I have it here. Grass-fed cream with a whisper of coconut, milk infused with Philippine jasmine. It's called Sampaguita.
Interesting.
Do you mean putting
Jasmine is very it's a very strong flavor. It tastes like flowers.
Yeah, floral.
Yum.
And Teacher, what did you choose?
It's squid ball. So good.
Is that a squid ball or a fish ball?
Oh, it's a, you know what? It's a good question. I think it's a squid ball. It's a squid ball and a chicken.
Where is this from?
Quickly, which I know not like the most gourmet of boba places, but their popcorn chicken is.
We have a quickly.
I've never heard of that.
I'll need to try that. We have a quickly. Okay, next name. Do you hear that? ASMR. Dun, da, da. It is me. Stop.
You deserve this. I want this one, by the way.
Okay.
I can see this list, and I'm just like,
Read what I have to do.
you must wear a wig for the rest of the episode. Now that you wish you had ironed these out.
Wait, are there more than one in there?
Yeah. I know this one's a little wonky right now, but I'll just choose it.
Is that the Biden?
No. I have a Pence one. Maybe I should be Pence. Oh my God. I actually returned my Kamala one.
Oh, that was a really nice one. Kamala has excellent hair. I'm gonna try a different flavor. Can I go purple?
Oh my god, I know that was gonna be my next one.
How do I teach y'all?
What was
Help
this
me
one
out.
from?
I actually bought this to actually just really wear it.
I love it.
Mmm.
That's ube. That has to be ube, right?
Ube malted crunch.
Oh. I'm going in before it melts.
Oh, that was good.
Okay, we'll go on to the next question, and we'll just start eating and commenting. And we have Troop. You want to read this one?
If money was not an issue, what would your dream job be?
My dream job would be to be a therapist or psychologist. I should actually know the difference. Which one is the one that prescribes meds? Because I just want to talk to people.
Psychiatrist.
Okay, then I'd want to be a therapist.
What if I prescribe me some?
To do that. I just want to talk to people.
Because in a way, like I'm an attorney, and in a way, most of our clients are in dire situations, and they're engaged in litigation because they have lots of emotions involved and lots of money involved. And I mean, usually it's the emotion driving the case, or the reason for staying in litigation. And a lot of the times they just end up talking to me about why they're so upset, or the reasons, their emotional reasons as to why they're right. And I enjoy that, and I feel like I can read people well. So I think if I could just quit my job, it would still be in line with being an attorney, but I could just really focus on just the human aspect as opposed to like the legal and equitable blah blah blah.
I could see you being a good therapist. I feel like you're a
That's a
good
good one.
therapist for us.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. She'd make the best therapist.
Yeah, it's just right now she's free.
No charge.
I to my friends, but like for the clients, what do they say? Like attorneys are like the most expensive therapists. I've heard that saying from a few people before. So that's it. If I suddenly mention it, I could quit my job and go back to school and get that.
That's so cool. I never knew that, Chook.
Yeah, maybe one day.
You can still do it.
Tila!
Oh, it's me. What a perfect line of.
What is everyone in the group's spirit animal?
Oh, like I have to say?
Yeah.
Damn it. This is rough. I don't know why, but like when I think of Issa, I think of like tiger, like fierce, right? Like you don't take no shit, okay?
That's absolutely true.
Yeah, but then when I think of like teacher, I think of deer. I don't know why. Not like that. Like not in the way of like you're afraid of things, but
You're elegant and
gentle. Yes.
You are.
like Bambi's mother.
Yes. Chook, I don't know, just because you're such a dog lover, I think dog for you.
Let's take that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do me.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because I can't think of what I would.
Because you're like fierce as well.
But very soft inside. Maybe I'm a crab.
I honestly,
Cancer.
what just came to me is like Tasmanian devil. Because sometimes you get like when we all know Buzz Kilo, right? But not like you know what I you know what I mean. Like
Appreciate that. That's a good one.
Oh, are you the crab because you're a Cancer?
But it is true, like hard exterior, very soft interior. But that's a crustacean. I guess it's not an animal.
No, everything. Yeah, that counts.
so you just said that, and now I really want crab tonight. the soft interior.
Dungeness. Okay, me.
Ooh, what is your worst or best date experience?
That's so fun.
Is it? I can't wait.
Okay. So, Jake and I have been together forever. And I have gone on dates with other people, but I'm going to use a Jake example. One time he was like, my parents are out of town, come over for a beautiful dinner. I'm gonna cook this amazing dinner for you. And I was like, wow, this is great, because I'm straight out of high school, like who cooks you dinner ever yet? You know, nobody. So I went over and he had the table set up, it was beautiful, and he made lobster, but he had never made lobster in his life. And he actually salted it, and it was like pretty inedible. So salty. I think he like consulted. I mean, at the time, you know, Googling wasn't available. So, and I'm sure he didn't have a Julia Child's book or something, you know, like so.
Jake didn't have Julia Child.
Breaking news.
But the effort was
that's
really
sweet.
there,
Yeah,
and I think
that's
he made potatoes, or the side I ate in full. It was just the lobsters. I was like, the first bite, I was like, this is good. And then he tried it, and then he was like, come on. And I was like, okay, I can't eat it, I'm sorry. But then that was probably like, I think it was funniest, but he'll probably say that was the worst for him, maybe. Worst for me, really quick, another thing with Jake. I brought him over to my house. We had a trampoline, and I was like, let's jump on the trampoline. I was like, watch me do this front flip. Or it was a back flip. No, it was a front flip. I landed like this on the trampoline. I was so embarrassed. Like, I was like, here I am, one of my first like times with this guy, and I like face plant on the trampoline and bounced back. Like, it was so embarrassing. It was like, I was like, ugh. How
did he react?
I think he was very gracious about it, but like he couldn't help but like laugh a little bit. But he was like, "Are you okay?" Oh my god!
I feel your embarrassment.
That was really bad. And at 18 or 17, like that's really bad, you know.
Oh, I didn't know that. This is a great question.
I love
Oh man, let's go. Chook.
Oh no.
Dare, guys. And Chook has to do, and we're shouting out to Karma Rain. Chook has to learn one of your booty pops because we love you so much.
Okay, how is this going to happen?
You're gonna watch. She's gonna watch one of her booty pops on her Instagram, and you guys go to Booty Pop Fridays, okay?
And Karma took over our IG and was our women empowerment highlight for October.
Right. So
She's awesome.
Be offended if you use this for one of your posts.
You know what to do?
You're like, girl, what are you doing? Girl, I'm okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna play this.
I'm okay with
You gotta. I don't know if you guys could see this, but she has to bend slightly over and booty pop left to right.
Oh my god. I cannot do this. I'm very involved.
Okay, you don't have to do that part, but do the first part. That's very.
Do version of.
There's 10 steps that I'm seeing.
No,
in this.
I just want you to do the first part. That part.
Left,
That's
right.
pretty easy.
Left, right.
Left, right.
I couldn't do it. Scared.
I'm okay.
Is it on here? Touch that wall.
I'll take this off.
And I'm gonna pour some more champagne for Al.
I know. Face because we want you in the camera. Yeah, this way. Go back, you got it. Bend down a little. There you go, pretty pop.
That's all anyone can handle.
Too good. Okay.
Play this all day.
Good.
Maybe we should just do a part 2 of girl talk in the same.
I think we should.
We should just keep going.
There should be 10 parts to this.
You guys need to try this one because it has boba in it.
Oh.
It's honey boba. Yeah, we will pass it. And the next time we get together, I will bring some to you, teacher. I'm kind of worried about trying the wasabi one, but you didn't.
No,
taste the
I
wasabi.
didn't taste it at all. I'll pass this to you.
I'm gonna go for this one. We're doing all the trends today.
That's fine. I didn't get a boba, but I can taste a boba.
I think it would be so cute if you did it, teacher.
That's so interesting.
Oh, how about belly pop?
Yeah, it's belly pop.
Oh.
You're so lucky, teacher, because you're next. And you didn't have to do the beauty pageant. If you could live in any country for the rest of your life, other than the one you're currently living in, which would you choose?
Oh my gosh. Well, that's a tough one because I haven't ever lived anywhere for an extended period of time except for South America. So as much as I'd like to say like one of the great universal healthier places like Switzerland, I would probably pick Peru because the time that I've spent there has been so beautiful and I have such a big network there already. Like, as you know, friends and family are like the most important thing. Friends and family, great food, close to the ocean. Peru's got it all. So probably Peru.
I love that answer.
Me too.
I wish I had family in Peru.
Yeah.
I would eat so much lomo saltado every day.
You'd have to
Perfect diet.
work out extra.
Yeah, but I mean, the obesity rate there is like non-existent. It's like 49% in the US. And like everyone's fit and just fabulous in Peru.
They just walk a lot there.
They walk a lot and they eat like all organic food, all
Fresh,
seafood,
yeah.
everything's like homegrown. It's just, everything's healthy.
I know, I feel like our politicians sold us out, and that's why our country is obese, is because we have all these preservatives and like ketchup is a fruit or something.
Yeah, I know. We need to have siestas, and we need to have tapas, and we need to have salami.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Let's all move to Spain.
Italian,
Life is so much better.
Spain.
Some kind of Latin country. Tilo.
Oh, it's me. Oh God. I hope it's not a dare. What is it?
Do you want to read it?
I'll read it. What is your favorite smell in the whole world?
Oh, lavender, hands down.
Oh,
really?
this is fast and easy.
Yeah. Because it's so damn relaxing.
It is. You it smells like
Stress.
I thought you would say like Miles and Tess or something.
you said what's yours?
I don't know that fast.
Oh, that's funny because when I read that, I was like, I
Chicken McNuggets.
exactly knew. No, mine is like when you walk into like an Asian bakery.
Oh.
That smells like.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we went to the Thai place, the Thai dessert
Yes.
place in LA? It's called Bon Konom Thai. That means Thai dessert house. I was telling you, it's like you walk in there and then you're hit in the face with like this smell of like pandan coconut, this pandan coconut dessert that usually is grilling. We got there kind of late in the day, so they stopped cooking or they stopped baking. And Issa asked, she was like, "What's the smell that you're talking about?" Telling everyone about the smell that I love. And
We were
it was
there
like
at
it
like
was-
10 o'clock or something really late.
Yeah,
You-
it was like at 3 because we had lunch.
Oh. I was thinking it was dark, but no, you're right. Well, there is mango sticky rice on here somewhere. If you
Is that
want to try.
this one?
Yeah, maybe it's that one.
Thank you. I love it.
I have a
So
question in my
yummy.
head, but
Ooh.
teacher. Okay, you want to read the question?
Okay.
Tastes like mangosteen.
Oh, how do we do this? It says draw another name and hug that person for 5 seconds.
Chicha, you might have to hug yourself or air hug for 5 seconds.
She's like, are you Who's coming?
Aww. 1,
Wait.
2, 3, 4, 5. And so the reason why that's in there is it's actually proven to be good for you to receive hugs for 5 seconds or longer. So, the next time I hug you guys, it should be for 5 seconds. But
Yeah.
I was really actually hoping you would.
I was like, oh. Well, that was totally not too low.
Yeah, you've totally opened up and grown this year.
Yeah.
In several ways. So
Despite not having to be around people. You know what? Dave just sent me a Reddit article that said when you're hugging your kids, never be the first one to let go. Always let them be the one to let go because that's how they get their fill.
That's so smart.
So yeah, it's a really smart one.
Bless you.
I know. I was coughing earlier.
I sneeze a lot because if there's any motion that like tickles the back of my nasal cavity, whatever, like I will sneeze, and it's not because I'm sick, but it's just like it's very sensitive to like any motion or touch. Just FYI.
That was the next question. No, I was kidding.
Ooh.
What tickles the back of your nasal cavity? I'm just kidding. Me! So, whoever wants to read.
Ooh. Go ahead, too.
Okay, can I read this one? Number 10. Has anyone in the group, Isa, had a ghost or paranormal experience? Do you even believe in that stuff?
This is actually a great one for me.
It is.
And I'm going to let Ticha share after me because she had a O face. So, I'm from Guam and we believe in legends. We have ancestors and they're called tatamonas. And there's a specific tree. It's like a banyan tree. It looks very mangled and like all of that. Yeah,
Scary.
kind of scary.
Silhouette.
But we believe our ancestors live in these trees, and before you go into the jungle, you need to ask permission and pray to them for permission to enter and all of that good stuff. So I know so many people with so many stories, ghost stories, my mom herself. But for me, the most recent one was when I was back home. Jake and I were staying at my cousin's house, which was in a very rural part in like a jungly area. And right next to a, what do you call them? Not like a mausoleum or like a cemetery, but it was like kind of underground. So I can't even think of the word, but I will find it. But anyways, we were sleeping and Jake wakes me up and he's like, did you hear that? Did you hear that? And I was like, no, I didn't hear anything. You know, you're fine, don't worry about it. And I know like for the last couple of days he's been experiencing things. But I'm like, no, you're fine. And then I go back to sleep and I hear like in my ear, like crazy.
It was a man, huh?
It was a man.
Was it a catacomb, like under?
Yes, catacomb. That is the thing I was talking about. So on our way into my cousin's street is a catacomb. And in Guam, you have these chapels everywhere, just like even on the side of the road, a little chapel with the saints, because it's heavily Catholic too. So I just think like all of that energy mixes and you're a little more accustomed to that type of stuff when you're there. And so
Especially if you're open to the party too.
Yes.
and ancient burial grounds and all of that stuff add into it, right? So in the end that day we said, hey cousin, we really want to see what it's like staying in the hotels on the beach. We're gonna do.
Had they been experiencing stuff in their house?
Well, I'm sure, but
That's like part of their
you
life.
kind of like, yeah, you kind of live with it. Like even when we were living there, you know, the swings would swing without any wind. When I was little, I went to a carnival, and I remember, you know, like usually with kids, they like to pinch you.
Mm-hmm.
And so I came out with like pinches all over my neck, I remember when I was little. We have these things called the duendes, and they're just like these little people that like to play with kids. And my mom tells me all the time that like when I was a baby, if you lay all the palm leaves around the house, then they will not come. But one of my cousins got taken for a couple hours, and she was like, oh, I was just playing with the kids. and like we literally.
I truly believe stuff. I do.
This could be an episode where we can go into our like folklore. And,
Yeah,
like,
we
each of
should.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And profound experiences. I know you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
all have. So that's actually a really great question. And also, at Jake's sister's house in Santa Barbara, which is very close to like the Painted Caves, it's on Chumash ground. Every time I stayed there for like the first year, I literally could not sleep because I would see this ominous pilgrimish like person hovering over us like when I would sleep there. Yeah, and he it just felt like he wanted to like harm me.
Oh.
Like a bad feeling. Nothing ever happened. But after some prayers and some cleansing of our energy, like it never happened again. But I can only imagine, what went on. They have a historic mission out there and with the colonizing and all that, But Teacha, what's your story?
So I actually don't have a story, but I was just telling Michael about all three of you yesterday, including Jake, an experience that he had when you guys were living in Van Nuys up on the top with the loft. So it's just so random because all three of you have these crazy ass stories. I actually have none. I mean, like, knock on wood. I need to find some wood. Like, I would prefer not to. But I mean, so this week, and I'm sorry if it's too sensitive to bring it up, Issa, but this week, we lost our beautiful Minnie, Issa's beautiful dog. And after you told the story of how Suna was barking at the side of you when you came home, it made me think of a story that Chu told me, like right after her precious Riley passed away. And I remember we were G-chatting, and she was sending me the pictures of this brilliant orb that was traveling throughout her living room and like going to all the spaces that Riley used to just sleep in. And I remember telling that story to Michael yesterday, and we just all teared up, and it was just really beautiful. Sad but beautiful. So it just
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I was thinking about it too this week about with Minnie, and with that story, my very first dog, Riley, he passed away when he was 10, and he came into Glenn, my husband's life, and Glenn, he liked dogs, but with Riley, he like really grew to love dogs, and so when we lost Riley, it was like really, it was very sad, it was traumatic because it was unexpected, but we got his ashes, and we kept his ashes for a couple weeks. And we were always intending to go spread them at Dog Beach, where he loved to play Dog Beach in Huntington Beach, where we live. And the night of the day that we actually spread his ashes at the beach, we went to sleep and we were happy. We're like, okay, we released Riley to the world, and he's gonna be at his favorite beach, and he's gonna be free. Our Nest Cam at the time at night, it would record movements during the night, and then we would, you can wake up in the morning and see the notifications of any movement. And at that time, we never got any notifications in the morning, and it was very sensitive. But the morning after that night, we woke up and we saw so many notifications on Glenn's phone, and basically there were 5 notifications, and each shot that was set in the living room had like a big orb that was just flying around, and we had never had anything like that happen before. It wasn't dust, it wasn't light, because that Nest Cam didn't ever capture any just dust or light, but it was beautiful and sad and happy to see. But I remember the last frame shot was like at 5 a.m. and like throughout the 5 shots, it was like 1 a.m. and 2:30 a.m. and they were all over the living room, like one in his spot where he would lay on the couch. But in the morning, at the last one was like at 5 a.m. That last orb was like at the window, like almost leaving the house, and it was really like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we saw this, and it was like he was saying bye.
Yeah.
So, Yeah.
Aw.
We have so many great stories and memories with Riley, and thanks for thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, that's always with me, and I always cry. There's like so many things about Riley that when I think of like a dog passing, I really feel for you.
Yeah, I mean, I thought of your dog Ticha too, and I've never actually as an adult had to, make that decision. So that was probably the hardest part. And then Suno they started sleeping together, and so that I'm sure for Suno, like last night he would not stop barking, and into the morning. So I'm sure that's like,
missing
part of it. And so we're watching. He's sleeping right here with us. I don't know if you guys could.
Doggy sleeping sounds.
And he was actually awake when you started talking about Riley, and he just went back to sleep. So they did.
They went wine tasting together.
And the cutest part is I have pictures of me with all of your dogs that I found. Like, they're all my best friends. Brady and Emma, well, not Stewie. I've not won that one over.
Just like one time in NorCal.
Yeah, one time. But he grew past that love.
Stewie does not like teaching.
Yeah. And Augie, I still need to like schmooze him a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think I got Brady on my side. Suri for sure is my bestie.
That's such a good question.
It was.
Ooh, let's have an episode on that though.
I know. On dog families. Our dog family.
Or the paranormal.
Yeah.
Oh, that too. Tilo.
Oh, jeez. What is it?
Well, I think this is a cool one. What is your all-time
this is a good
favorite movie?
Oh my God. That's a hard one.
It is a hard one. I hate saying movies or like songs. It's hard.
Favorite movie? What do I watch over and Love Actually.
That one's good. I love that one.
We just talked about that because I've been watching The Queen's Gambit, and the little boy from Love Actually is older and on that.
Oh my God, he must be so old now.
How old is he?
I don't
like
know.
a full-grown adult. No? Yeah, right? He has
How
to
long ago was Love Actually?
Was it in college?
It was, so it had to be like before
So-
2005.
So I would say Love Actually and Elf, which are
Both holiday movies.
For that.
I feel like everybody's tried to replicate a Love Actually movie and they've not succeeded because it gets to the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there was that Valentine's Day movie which didn't hit as well.
Yeah.
No. And there's all kinds of like Christmas movies coming out on Netflix too, and you're like, this is lame.
Yeah, like Hallmarky.
Stick to Elf.
Elf is the best.
It's classic.
And what's her name? Like, it's like before you ever knew her and she was blonde.
Zooey Deschanel. Her voice.
Teacher.
Oh my God, you've been picked like 4 times.
Because you're not. But it's for good reason. Okay.
Oh, this is a serious one.
What are your dreams and goals for the future?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I actually wrote this down to make sure that I'm on track. So I wouldn't say these are like lofty dreams, but this is what I've set for myself for the next, so I set it 5 years ago when I was 35. So this is what I want to hit by the time I'm 40. I want to have 2 kids. I want to be married. Thanks, COVID. I want to have my master's. I want to be an AVP, associate vice president somewhere. And I want to have at least completed the first draft of a novel.
What? I love that.
What kind of novel?
What?
What kind of novel?
Oh, it's probably going to be like...
Trashy romance.
Yeah, that's with a Fabio cover.
And so, do you guys know Jane Green? She's like Jane Green, Kristen Hanna type of, actually more like a Jane Green meets Kristen Hanna, because Kristen Hanna is a very, very beautiful, intricate storyteller, whereas Jane Green is just like really funny. So something that integrates like a good story with a lot of bits of humor, with a lot of girlfriends and a lot of just realistic like life scenarios.
Oh my God, I love this. I love that
I hope we will have characters inspired by us.
Yes, please. The Tasmanian Devil, right?
But you're well on your way. You have like 3 to 4 things down.
I love it.
That's very nice. Teacher is a beautiful writer.
Yes, you
Can't wait to read it.
Shout out to our caption.
Yes.
T-Rex.
Shout out to our writer. Chook.
Ooh.
Chooky chooky.
Oh, wow. This is a good one. If you had to pick a celebrity to play the role of you in the movie of your life, who would you choose? This is hard because there's not too many.
Exactly.
This goes down to the root of representation.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But I guess personality-wise
Yeah.
too, you can pick.
And like, okay, I'm a bad Asian. I wouldn't say that because I haven't watched Crazy Rich Asians, so I don't.
Get out of here.
To make sure that I don't watch that many movies.
I think
I just watch anything. All I watch is like trashy TV, trashy reality TV to unwind. Like if I had my choice from the 90 Day Fiance cast, like I might be able to pull someone.
who?
I don't know. And even at that, that's probably not a good. That's not a good pool.
Paula?
Because
No, I'm kidding.
the only Thai person I could think of is Annie.
Not.
But Annie's like married to David, who's like very old.
yeah.
Okay, so I watch movies and I feel like I have a good handle on Asian American representation,
can you-
but I can't actually think of one. Like you are so uniquely you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I should. Okay. I took drama in 7th grade, and I'm gonna say it. I would love to try my hand at acting. Although, I mean, come on, Mrs. Trigger would not
No, she
really
would not
approve of
have
that. So, I mean, it's not too late for me to get an agent, right?
I think so.
I can't think of anybody. Like there are people out there, but not anybody that captures the essence of you. I would
Not-
say.
I will say that like my favorite Asian American personality in Hollywood that I could think of is like Aquafina.
I think doubt. Ticha, you would be played by, I don't know her name, her real name as an actress, but in Crazy Rich Asians, the
Constance
sister.
Wu? Oh, the sister.
She's just so elegant,
Gemma Chan?
but also so
She's-
smart. Yeah, that would be.
I don't know if any of you guys saw Tiger Tail.
No.
And I don't know, I think her name is Christine Koh. But Christine Koh reminds me of Ticha too. She's the star lead in Tiger Tail, which is a film by Alan Yang, who was part of, what is it, Master of None with
Aziz Ansari.
Oh.
Yeah. So that movie is also available on Netflix.
I've heard and read such great things about that, and I really.
Chick would be played by Aziz Ansari. What about me?
I'm sure he's watching this and agrees.
I don't think
Oh, I'm sorry. I just hogged a bunch of it.
No,
Sorry.
it's good. Get it, girl.
Okay. This is my celebration for Joe. I've been trying to celebrate all week, and including yesterday. This is a Sunday. He was declared the winner yesterday, and I didn't get a drink to his victory at all. I could only drink with my dinner
Because you were
It's a totally separate thing.
Right, and none of us went to WeHo. Like, none of us really had a celebratory moment.
I was trying so hard to find a celebration in Pasadena. I just wanted to be part of something.
I mean, there was no like
Right.
common celebration.
With the kids. I was like, where can we get
We had to go to like downtown WeHo.
Park, Silver Lake, everywhere had something happening. Not
to
that.
like, I would have loved to be part of those celebrations, but I also like, I know in the back of my mind I would have been like, oh, I'm twerking. How am I gonna go to the bathroom if I need
You're
to go to the
not.
bathroom?
And then the kids too.
I'll just drink wine at home.
Well,
Just a little bit.
on that note,
Just a little bit.
on that note, I just wanted to read something that my friend wrote, who is a female entrepreneur, owns her own business, but also has 2 daughters. And Gina, this is for you. I've known her since I was like in 4th grade, and she lives in Hawaii. So she said, this election was quite confusing for me. I felt as if you had to choose one side or another. If you stood with the blue line, if you stood with the blue line, then you had to choose red. And as a business owner, red was more enticing regarding tax breaks. Hey, wouldn't you appreciate that stimulus check? But these weren't addressing the most concerning issues that directly affects my home, my family, and my daughters. And so she said everything, why she voted, basically for her daughters, for a woman of color, you know, for hope for our nation and integrity. And so I think that, you know, we've heard all these stories. We know people who voted for Trump because of their own pocketbooks.
Yeah.
But it was just nice to see a female business owner, you know, rationally make that choice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it was at the end of the day a human element.
Right.
Like, is what, for me anyway, this election came down to.
Transcend party lines. That's the historical, like, that's the historical significance about this. Like, even Cindy McCain endorsed endorsed
The Bushes.
the Bushes endorsed Biden.
Yeah.
I personally know Republicans who could not bring themselves to vote for Trump. So
Yeah, I'm still having a hard time how anybody could, but
Right.
no, I know.
So, cheers.
Cheers. I'm like, fuck yeah.
I actually took a screenshot of another person I follow, and I almost unfollowed him because I saw him just last week. He was at a Trump rally in Palm Springs. He's a gay male, and he was definitely there to support this Trump rally. But today, he wrote this. Anyone else get choked up from Biden's speech? I did. What an amazing, refreshing speech. Haven't seen anything this amazing on TV in years. I just hope both sides can give each other a chance and start fresh. As a Republican, I feel liberated that we don't have to be embarrassed anymore by Trump and will not be the laughing stock of the world anymore.
What? I totally understand that point of view. Like, just, give up the next 4 years, pick a better candidate who's less polarizing and, like, it just
Right.
less hate inciting.
yes.
I used to be a Republican.
Me too.
Right, so it's
Me
just
too. I
it's
used to
hard
be
to
conservative.
it's hard to align with that party right now because they've just lost their way. I think on the true values of what being a Republican is about. So it's nice to see that he changed his mind after the election. But he's right. We just need to align together and really,
Unity.
unity, hope.
Yeah.
being
I could
good.
not stop crying yesterday though for everything that it means for our kids and our daughters especially. Like, holy crap.
Yeah.
It was monumentous.
Seriously.
Is that a word? Monument.
Monumental.
Let's have some champagne.
You know what? January 20th is gonna be crazy. Okay, we need to
be
put
celebration.
calendars that we need to set aside that day for.
Isn't that the
For
women's? That's the
celebration.
women's march too. So hopefully, if we can do it safely, maybe we can participate.
Oh yeah,
Love it.
my bladder should be intact. Sorry, it's almost.
It's almost there.
Postpartum bladder recovery.
But teachers will be waning.
Yes.
Don't worry, Suka, I got you.
But yeah.
2022, we're going somewhere. I don't know if
We're going somewhere.
Yeah, we need to.
We're gonna be the mom's night out.
Bad moms.
We'll be bad moms.
Bad moms. We normally are.
Good bad moms.
Good bad moms. Bad moms when we're on our own time.
Too good.
I'm trying this green one.
Yeah, no wasabi taste at all.
Okay, this is for me.
Ooh.
So Tilo, you read.
Oh my god, what number are we on?
I know I moved it. Sorry guys. I think we are
What
on.
is the most embarrassing situation you've ever found yourself in?
Shoot, that trampoline incident was very embarrassing.
Well, that's a good one.
Just to give you a little insight in myself, I might seem like an extrovert, but like literally in my head, everything is embarrassing. Like, am I saying hi? Right. Am I like this big old nerd?
This
Am I?
is relatable. That's
Yeah,
relatable.
when I meet people, I'm like, oh my god, they totally didn't like me. I was such a nerd. You know.
That's amazing, because literally everyone thinks you're
I know,
the
you-
coolest person you ever know. I have friends who don't know you who are like, oh, you're very cute friend who posts the video, who made, like the maternity music video. People, yeah, you're fine. Whatever situation it was in your head, you're going to do fine.
I overthink every situation in my head, and especially with people I don't really know very well. And if you ask Jake, he is like the social butterfly, and he'll be like, let's go meet up with these people. And I'm like, I don't know them yet.
Yeah.
You know, so most embarrassing. I got a lot of embarrassing moments, I feel like.
I feel that.
You know, shoots. I don't know. You know, the trampoline one was because I was like trying to impress my husband at the time, or my boyfriend at the time. But shoots. I think one time I split my pants open like when I was doing some choreo, and that's all. I feel like that's happened to every dancer, but that's so embarrassing in the moment. You can laugh later, but you're like, my ass was out. Oh.
Was it in the middle
We
of
were
a
doing
performance?
splits
or
though.
practice?
You're probably doing something really
I
cool.
was probably doing the splits.
Yeah, of course.
Which one time Tilo at her batch party had me and Kat do the splits in the middle of a Vegas club. That was fun. But that's not when.
It's like a music video. That's
That was an awesome moment and not embarrassing.
Quite the opposite.
Yes. Sorry, no good answer for that one. Anybody else have like a super embarrassing
I'll
moment?
share a much more satisfactory, embarrassing moment. So when I was younger, probably like 12, 13, I went to Thailand with my family, and we were hanging out with my mom's side of the family. And I just like wasn't expecting this. We went somewhere in the countryside, or I don't know, like an hour or so outside Bangkok, and I had no idea what the plan was, but I guess we were like doing some family team building exercise, like, and it was like a day camp. It was very unexpected. Like we were in the woods doing all this like fun camp stuff. So we were basically at a fun camp doing like various obstacles. Like, can you imagine this? My mom.
I can't imagine your mom doing that.
We were doing all these things, and what do you call it? Is it like a zip line?
Yeah.
Where you go over, you hold on to this thing and you go flying over a lake, and you're just holding onto these handlebars. And I've seen people do this in the movies where it's really embarrassing. But no, this happened to me, and of course the whole thing was videotaped, so it was my turn to go, and I was like, I don't know, I have very small hands. Am I just gonna fall off as soon as I go over the water? And sure enough, I did.
Oh, no.
It was so embarrassing, and it was caught on tape. So it was just like, it was hilarious to everyone else. So yeah, caught on tape. Later that night, the family just watched it over and over, no less than 3 times, and each time the volume of laughter was like just the same. It didn't become less funny. It was just funny, and getting funnier.
That's like
That was
a
embarrassing.
sitcom.
That's mean. That's mean.
Wait, you like fell in the water?
I fell in the water. Yeah. No, there was no cord holding me up.
You didn't strapped in?
No.
So you were supposed to make it to the other side.
If you can imagine, like, everyone else made it. I didn't make it, but everyone else did. But like, I lasted like half a second. Like that's why it was so funny too. It's just like immediately.
I feel like if it's in your head, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. Okay,
Bless
teacher.
you. Oh, again. Get it, girl. Where are we? If you could tell everyone in the group, right, how they could best support you, what would it be for, and what could they do?
There's many subparts to this question.
And who's the person asking?
What can we do to help support you if you could ask for anything, and what would it be that we could do?
Oh.
Us.
This invisible person, thank you so much for asking, because it's I think one of the biggest problems I have is asking for help. So for someone to come to you and be like, what can I do to make your life easier? It's like, oh my God, you're done. Like that is it. That's so nice. But I think right now probably is forgiveness for a lot of things. This sounds weird, but like I think right now I'm at this point in my life where I am trying to cram in a lot of things that I probably should have done when I was younger, but just trying to cram everything together. So just forgiveness if I, miss an event, forgiveness if I forget to do something, and especially with a little bit of like pregnancy brain right now, just forgiveness if I'm unable to remember, or be as thoughtful as you would like. It's just forgiveness that this is a pretty difficult period of time for me, and there's a lot to manage internally. So just having that grace upon me that I will probably mess up a lot in the next 6 months or so, and that I promise I will return to being a better person after.
I think that resonates for
Yeah.
everybody during COVID, especially. I think, it's hard to manage everything right now and your own mental health, and you didn't bring that into play, but I think that's a perfect answer for everybody.
You're forgiven.
There's nothing to forgive.
Yes.
Forgiven.
Also, I would like to say, historically, COVID or not having a lot of things to do, I'm not the best friend. I'm not the friend that calls. I'm a texter. And then I'm also like, I love you guys, and I don't know if I express that, but I do no matter what. And that counts for like my other close friends, like I have a crew and we call each other hoes. And then I also have my Jeanette crew.
I love
We're
that
about
crew.
to
I love Jeanette
look
crew
at.
too.
Yeah. So like, goes for everybody. If I'm not reaching out to you, like, I do love you. And it's just because I just think I'm like not a great friend.
Oh, I
I
disagree.
don't think that.
Yeah. I disagree.
Yeah.
I've always made time. Always.
Okay.
That's This is very interesting to hear it from both of you, because I wouldn't have thought the things that you guys think
About
You
yourself.
guys,
Yeah.
I think this is a good episode, and like maybe next time we can invite a live, because I think friends don't usually ask each other these.
Yeah.
More intimate
That's-
questions. This is great.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Great question.
Episode of the year.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, this is inspired. I've been, on Instagram you get like targeted. I've been targeted by all these games with like these personal questions to ask. I've been meaning to do it with my husband, but I thought this would just be a great episode to do it with friends. Because, we gotta stay connected.
Yes.
Tilo.
Yes. What do we have?
Sorry. Are there any foods that you absolutely positively hate?
Yeah, I don't fuck with durian. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
I know.
I absolutely understand that, because, like, first of all, who was the first person to ever look at this spiky weapon of a
Smelly.
like? Oh my gosh!
It's
You crack it open and it smells like diapers, right? Yeah, I don't know.
Does anybody else eat it besides Chuk?
Probably. I mean,
No.
sorry,
But I know there's a lot of Asian Americans out there that do.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can appreciate it. I like stinky tofu.
Yeah.
Which is like a fermented nasty thing. But
Yeah. If you started off subtly with like a durian ice cream bar, which is less smelly, because if you smell it fresh, it's like woo. Like I felt the same way, but I don't know. It's something that you kind of grow to like, and then like when you can get past the nasty smell, it actually tastes. It's like a buttery sweet flavor. I get it. I get it. I'm not offended, but I know you're talking to me.
I like fermented things, so maybe I do just have to try it. But
Now that I know what a mukbang is, now I'm like, oh, they should do
smell them too.
Southeast Asian.
We'd have to do
like,
that one outside.
Durian mukbang. Ooh,
So I propose. So Chuk is a part of this OC like food donation. How would you recommend?
Yeah, it's like a home chef Facebook group where you could sell your own food, which
We should mukbang a bunch of people on that.
Yes.
okay.
Next time.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a
Crispy pork.
handful.
That should be
of,
the next food episode. Is like we explore these things.
I'm totally going to do that.
Done.
Yeah, I already know who to ask.
Yay!
Done.
So we do have to wrap up this episode, but I want to ask one more question. I'm just gonna pick a random one. What is your worst drunken experience? And this is for everybody. And this is gonna wrap up the episode. we have like 20 more questions to get through, so
I'm gonna go first because you were there. This is so embarrassing.
Is this new?
Yeah. Yes, we went on a trip to New York, my senior year of college, our senior year of college, and went with Issa and a couple other girls in our sorority house. And what was the jungle juice? Is that what we were drinking?
We were in a dorm.
At NYU, a friend of Lexi's, I think it was,
Yes.
right? And I don't know, I got in the elevator after drinking, and I don't remember much after that.
I don't know how much you want to tell.
Oh, I'm gonna tell it all. 'Cause
Okay.
I have no shame. So we get to the lobby, and I'm not okay. But I tell everybody I'm okay. Everybody lets go of me, and I fucking fall back and hit my head on, what was it? It was a marble floor.
It was not something you went to.
I had probably a concussion, and I didn't know that I did. So then I couldn't go out afterwards. So we went back to somebody else
The guards wouldn't let her back in.
upstairs, which is where we were staying. So I had to stay somewhere else. And bless these girls, they missed their night out in New York to take care of me. And I ended up in this random person's apartment.
And we are sorry, random person.
And I derobed and proceeded to pee on your carpet.
Every time we would put her to sleep, she would randomly wake up, and we were half asleep. She would undress. She almost walked down the 5 flights of stairs that we had to climb. But like your fall. She was like, "I'm fine, guys," and then just fell with no be back there.
So this is reminiscent of all those Tasmanian devil Tilo drunk stories.
But honestly, it was so much fun because I got closer to like Emily, Natalie, and Lexi for sure.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
And then I went to museums the next day. I think I don't remember.
I think we tried to. I was certainly hungover.
It took a little bit,
Sorry. Thanks for taking care of me.
but we
I
weren't
appreciate
get back into the dorm that we were supposed to stay in for sure.
Who was in New York? What dorm were you supposed to stay in?
NYU.
NYU.
Was someone attending school?
Yeah,
Was
one
it-
of Lexi's friends. It was Terrence she went to high school with, but then it was like her friend.
It was like a whole group of.
Yeah. Oh God, so embarrassing. The worst.
I can't top that.
Yeah, I don't think I can either. And also, yeah, I feel like I would not be able to fully remember my most drunken
true.
experience.
Someone else would have to recount it for two.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
You did the whole like you cut yourself here.
Okay, so I stuff.
You had a fall.
I can talk about it a little bit. I give a shout out to my guy friend Robert Chai. He in college. So luckily this happened in college. So many years ago, 20 years ago in college. My friend Robert Chai, he used to have a nickname for me, which when he gave it to me, he had no basis for it. He called me Two Shot Tiff, even though he had never really had a night out with me. And I remember being offended at this for so long, but he would still call me Two Shot Tiff. And of course, like one of the first nights we actually go out, and we don't see each other late at night. We we met each other late at night to hang out, and it was a bunch of my friends, and he joined us. I was wasted that night, and we took 2 shots, and I literally passed out and also hit my chin on a coffee table. So he obviously was like, "Oh my God, that was 2 shots," and she passed out. And I'm not trying to brag, but God, I hope Mrs. Chicken I used to take 10 shots when I was in college. I had a great tolerance, and I certainly couldn't do that anymore, I don't think. But that night I was, probably around 8 to 10 before I met with my friend, and of course 2 shots, and I was out, and then I hit my head, knocked myself, hit my chin on a coffee table, knocked myself out, and then woke up the next morning and was like, "What happened? Where's everyone?" And so I gave him a call. I was like, "What happened?" And he was like, "You literally passed out after 2 shots." So that, I hope that's saying something, Chai. That was like a remarkable night.
I'm certified though. You are 10 shot tip.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
For sure.
10 shot tip, and then it's like, are you having fun? So she's also making sure everybody's having fun after the 10 shots.
Considerable.
Yeah, I mean, a very rare occasion. Like I'm like usually I become vegetable juice, right?
Yes,
Just
yes,
vegetable.
yes.
Like
I just sit down. I've seen you pass out actually.
Never.
Thank you.
I
Thank
think,
you.
I think there is one, I don't remember who all was there, but we were in the house, our sorority house, and we found some random box, or like something we could slide down the steps in.
The hole in the cardboard, and we went down the stairs in the back, and I went right into the wall with my foot.
I
Drunk.
Sorry, Mrs. Cause.
Yeah, we had to hide. Did we try to hide it? I think we
Well, I
tried
just
to
put the cardboard in front of it, and then I just
hide it.
Zoe out. She's an anchor now. She's an anchor.
sorry.
Just kidding. Okay.
Okay,
so
next.
that concludes our episode. We just got a notification that we are going way long on this one, but we hope that you've hung with us. It's been such a great episode. A big thank you to the tits for being such great sports.
You're welcome.
Today we will walk away with a little us time, learning more about each other and keeping our friendship strong. So thank you for listening, for joining us. We aim to reflect and empower women on subjects that matter most to us, including these funny ones. Be a part of our family and get a sense of how we and other women conquer this world by following us on Instagram and getting on our subscriber list, review us on iTunes, email us suggestions, and tune in on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, and YouTube. Definitely check out that YouTube because this is a video. We thank you so much. TITT_talks. You can email us, Instagram us, and join us next time. So thank you guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
I actually have a little song to go out on.
Okay.
Thanks to the wig also.
It's a hot mess.
Sweating on your candle away.
Are you sweating?
Oh my gosh, why did I have to find this song? Not in the right place to find this song. I wonder if it's like in my stories. Oh my god.
No worries.
Oh my
That was fun though.
Yeah, it was. I'm just gonna sing it, I guess.
Okay, sing it.
You about to lose your job. You about You're about to lose your job, Trump, okay?
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Bye, bitch. Biden.
We'd like to give credit to our husbands. Without their support on this project, it would not be possible. On top of that, we'd like to thank our technical crew, music production by Baby Daddy Beats, and graphic design curated by Kano Imamura. And also, I'd love to thank all of you guys, co-executive producers, all four of us. This is our baby, so thank you guys.